Hi, this is Mark from LongIslandWatch.com. The Islander Northport is a style that was released in, 2022, summer of 2022. Came out with 4 versions, and then about a year or so later, we came out with 2 more versions. And now, I guess about a year later, we're launching 2 more versions. Same watch, same specs, just different dial hands and bezel combination finishes, etc. I think you're gonna like them. And of course, because I'm showing you 2 new Northports, I'm going to show you 2 Northports on my wrist. On one wrist is the most popular Northport by far, the ISL-155. This is the seafoam green to white gradient dial. And on my other wrist is probably one that I like even more because it's just all blue. This is the turquoise dial. I believe this is ISL-156. But we're going to check out the 2 new ones, and these are going to be models about 100 more. These are models ISL-257 and 258. Let's get to it. So if you are not familiar with the Islander Northport, well, here it is. As I said, the Northport came out about 2 years ago. It is designed by Ryan, who works for the company, and he is from Northport. Actually, he's from Puerto Rico originally, but he lives in the town of Northport, which is a town on the North Shore of Long Island, and he was inspired to create the standout. Let's just be honest, the standout of the Northport is the dial. The ripples of the Long Island Sound just was the inspiration for the dial, and then everything else followed. So this is probably, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're gonna need 7th and 8th versions of Northport to come out. A very, very good seller. Definitely, I would say probably one of the top selling collections of Islander. So this is ISL-257. This is the gray dial or silver dial. Wanted to call it Silver Surfer, but obviously we will not for reasons which you could probably figure out. Let's go through it. The Northport is a 40.5 millimeter case. It is 12.5 thick to a flat sapphire crystal with inner AR. 47 millimeters on the lug tip to lug tip. We have included lug holes for easy peasy strap changes. A solid embossed case back. You will notice the back is brushed. The watch is full brush, which is something that's been done on other Islanders. I should say full brush bracelet sides. Now let's get the focus going there, right? There we go. Full brush bracelet sides. Just a hint of polishing on the edges of the case, on the facets, just for a little pizzazz. Let's go. 20 millimeter bracelet, solid link, solid end link, size with screws, tapers to 16 here at the 6th position, fully milled micro adjust clasp. There you can see it. This bracelet is a little bit new for us on the Northport, this kind of style, a little bit different. You guys know what it is. You could say it. I can't. 200 meters of water resistance. We're weighing 165 grams on the bracelet, priced at $429. So the gray dial or silver dial, it's really gray. There's no sunburst to it. So it's a gray dial. It's got that ripple pattern. So what you may not be able to tell, and I will hold it off angle, we are reflecting off a white surface above. So you will see the hands and indices, and the frame around the date is done in gun metal. It's gun metal. Almost like so it's a very dark gray, kind of fits the monochrome theme of the watch. The bezel is sapphire, so it's painted from the underneath. It will not scratch. The crystal is sapphire, the bezel is sapphire. It's gray. It's not lumed, the bezel. You'll see the lume on the watch in a minute. Beautiful lume, of course. It's 120 click coin edge, unidirectional ratcheting with a dot at the 12. I'm gonna do it this way. There we go. The dot at the 12. Screw down crown, brushed, embossed with the Islander logo. So this is your ISL-257. I love this. This came out a lot better than I thought it would. Super duper. Oh, a date. Oh, did I say the movement? I don't think I did. I'm sorry. It's a Miyota 9015, so that is a Miyota high beat. It is 28,800 beats per hour. So that seconds hand, it's a 4 hertz movement. That seconds hand is ticking away at a smooth 8 ticks per second. This is a really, really high quality, good movement. So let's go to 258. The pink and white gradient ripple, the pink sands, the Bermuda sands, Bahama sands, whatever you want to call it. But you really need to get the light going for the beauty of this to really show itself. So much like the sea foam, which you saw in the opening wrist check, it is a gradient dial from white to a pink, and then the bezel is done in a 50-50 split. Unlike our friend, the gray dial, this one is silver hands and markers, a silver frame around the date. And you will see as I move it through the light, you see those ripples, they pick up. Even though we're in artificial studio lighting like that, you don't see much, and then you kind of turn it, and let's go this way. They do come to life. It all depends on the paint job, right? I mean, some paints will show it a lot better than others in the indoor light. But when you're outside, man, these things pop. They are beautiful. So like I said, silver hands and indices, silver frame around the date. We are still working on our full brush. This is the same bracelet that you just saw a minute ago, size with screws, solid link, solid end link, and a 6-position micro adjust clasp. Let's see, I think that's about it. Why don't we do the Lume? And I don't really need to try it on, but I guess I will because you see me wearing this one, but I will try it on as well. So we will do them separately. So this is the pink to white. This is the ISL-258. We have BGW9 on the hands and the indices and then the bezel itself. So the bottom half that's white glows really well, and the top half that has that pink paint also. The Lume is obviously cut down a great deal, but you can still see it's lit up. The watch looks super nice. Now let's go over to the gray dial. So the gray dial uses C3, which glows green, as opposed to the BGW9 that you just saw. The bezel on this is not lumed at all. You have your registration. The 12 o'clock marker is a little bit fatter than the others, and there is no 6 o'clock because of the date, but simple to read the time. Let's see it on the wrist. So here it is on my 6.5, 6 3/4 inch wrist. Let's pull back a little bit. There we go. Get a good feel for it. The bracelet is plenty long, probably 7 3/4, 8-inch wrist. You need extra links, you just let us know. Looks great. The pink is awesome. Summer is coming or here, so definitely a good time of year for a pink summery watch. That's going to do it. This has been Mark from LongIslandWatch.com showing you 2 new Islander Northports. Come and get them. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel. If you have not done so, questions, comments, anything else you want to say, put it down below. And I'll be sure to address it as soon as I can. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.